Today we're here to just do a brief video on my biofeedback system, capnometry system for testing breathing function. It's our intention that hopefully more people can get tested with this being available here. You can make a quick referral for them to get tested here for just $35 and the results will come back to you and I can help with interpreting them. We're going to put together a quick video on that as well. So hopefully more people get their breathing tested. It becomes more commonplace, like having blood pressure tested, things like that, because there's lots of people that need to do this test. So let's get underway, Simon. Yep. So all you have to do to operate the system is find the icon on the home screen and it brings up the Capno Trainer as it's referred to. We'll get Simon attached to the system. So what we've got here is the device that does the capnometry reading. So we then just have to make sure that we get the cannula correct, which is into the nose and popping over each ear. Then what I like to do normally is Simon would be in 3 different positions, but for this test we're just going to have him in a seated position and just keep him occupied, keep him relaxed, just give him some reading material and that helps as well. So I'm just going to turn it on now, just click on the icon. So once I've clicked on the icon, I just click on Run Session, click on Capno Learning. We're up and running. So what I need to do is make sure we can see what's going on. So I'll click on Partial Carbon Dioxide Wave Learning and away it goes. So we can see Simon's breathing come up on screen now. And he can just relax and do a bit of reading whilst he's attached to the computer. And it's just attached with a simple USB connection. And what we're seeing here is a breath by breath test result. We get a recording of breaths per minute over the course of the test. We also get the carbon dioxide reading as well, which is a very important reading when it comes to breathing. And what we get to see with the breathing pattern as it's happening is we get to see if there's any disruptions in the breathing pattern at all, or whether it's a nice stable pattern. And we also get a bit of an indicator as well of how diaphragm function is. If the bottom of the breathing chart is hitting the bottom of the graph, then you know the diaphragm's working really well. If there's a bit of a gap there, it's a bit of an indicator often that it's not, but that's pretty easy to observe anyway on a client. So what you can do to get a bit more control here is there's an arrow icon on the left, a short arrow and a long one, and you just tap on the short one and it allows you to fit a few minutes of breathing onto the one page. And I think we'll probably get most people doing about a 3-minute test, I think, to start getting a reasonable sort of valid result. And once we've got that 3 minutes of data on the page, we just pause it and then what we're going to do is have it set up to screenshot it and then that can be emailed to whoever needs the results. So yeah, it's a pretty simple, pretty quick, non-invasive test, but a good test to do to get some feedback on how people are actually breathing moment by moment.
So Dean, one of the things is, for the guys out there, what sort of conditions would be worth them referring to get an assessment?
Yeah, so in terms of health conditions, the sleep disorders are right up there, so your snoring, sleep apnea, things like that, restless sleep. You've also got your chronic respiratory conditions like your asthmas and COPD and recurrent respiratory infections, respiratory allergies, things, those sorts of conditions. Even cardiac problems, high blood pressure. Then you've got your mental health conditions like anxiety, panic attacks, and the other big area is chronic pain. There's a strong correlation between chronic pain and breathing dysfunction as well. So anyone in those sorts of categories is well worth getting checked, as well as people who are wanting to get better sports performance as well.
And so that's the beauty of it, is if you've got people with those conditions, you can easily get them a referral. You can actually assess it yourself and you can actually show them the results, and there's a really good way of transitioning and giving some evidence around some of the stuff that you're looking at, because I know a lot of people who are stressed have a lot of neck problems. We found that their breathing has really impacted them, and so therefore I can correlate that back to my osteo. So the aim will be for this is to utilise it in your area and use the results to actually help clinically assess, but also help them understand really some of the conditions that might be of benefit to them.
Absolutely. So yeah, I really hope that plenty of you get into it and use it regularly.